Not even the younglings survived.
Don't skip leg day.
Welcome to another video, and today we are back playing Turn 0 Dinosaurs with Transcendosaurus Meteorus. This card actually came out quite a while ago, but the deck is particularly expensive, so hadn't played it yet, but I spent the wild cards and now we are here. And check this out. You got two dinosaurs in the hand, you pop them, special summon the Meteorus, and if you pop a baby, you're going to have some interaction on the opponent's turn. Let's show it off. Pop a baby. Any baby will allow you to special summon the Oviraptor from the deck. Meteorus is going to let you special summon, send to the graveyard dinosaur monster. You can send a Misk straight to the graveyard to set yourself up for your turn, or you can send a normal monster to the graveyard, so if your Transcendosaurus gets popped, he will return himself to the field. Very polite. Xenometeorus is just going to summon itself for free. Why not? Let's get the old baby pop going on. We're going to send a giant Rex to the graveyard here, get the Soul Leader, and we're going to search for Doodle Beast Tyranno. Any baby pop will get you the Oviraptor, get you the Tyranno, which you can tribute summon a dinosaur, which we got the Oviraptor and other dinosaur nonsense going on. And then you can pop a monster on the field turn 0. If you pop this baby and you don't happen to draw your Pancratops, you can also summon Pancratops from the deck, which is a pop of anything. So the potential is that you could have two pops going second on turn 0. Let's show it off right now. Tribute, pop opponent's silly Dark Lord Nurse the combo, and opponent is going to cry and they are going to scoop, because turn 0 dinosaurs winning going second on turn 0. Love to see it. Let's show off some more games. Let's go. Alright, now this deck list is optimized to maximize the chances of getting the Transcendosaurus, which means you have a little bit of a higher dinosaur count than you would typically expect. Opponent going to fire off the Max C on their own turn to try and get some advantage off our dinosaur popping. But we're going to stop that. Now, opponent activate a field spell. I do not know what the Earthbound deck does, but their field spell seems to let them get an additional normal summon, so I'm just going to pop it, show off the power of my popping dinosaurs. Get popping. And like I said, any baby is going to get you a pop. This baby will let you search Pancratops from the deck. We're going to send a normal monster to our graveyard to let the old Transcendosaurus resummon itself. And you'll see I was testing out different normal dinosaurs in the deck. We got the Frostosaurus. We also got a level 4 dinosaur sometimes. Let's pop that field spell with the Pancratops. Opponent, still their turn, going first. They got another one. Alright, well, maybe we should have popped something else, but we're still learning how to play our turn 0 dinosaurs. Opponent going to do some old synchro summoning. Stealing our Pancratops is very rude. Exceptionally rude, opponent. But they don't know we have a Nibiru also. Opponent going to pop our dinosaur. That is not going to do anything because we sent a normal monster to the graveyard, so it's going to resummon itself. Get back onto the field. Very thick dinosaur. 3,500 is also nothing to joke about. That is much bigger than most monsters. Opponent summoning 5 times. Activating the Earthbound Servant optional effect, letting us choose to either destroy a monster or let them gain life points equal to its attack points. We're just going to destroy the monster so that Nibiru is more smaller. Nibiru gonna be tiny. Pop the dinosaur. Summon Meteor. Give opponent a rock. Opponent, here is your rock. Back to our turn. We got some dinosaurs in the graveyard. We got a Misk in here. So like I said, you can send Misk, but we already had one, so we're just gonna use the Misk that's already in there. Banish 4. Get ourselves the Oviraptor, search for a baby. And now we got the Archosaur in the hand, so we're going to pop that baby. Get our Evo Pill. Evo Pill is here. Activate the baby. Get a baby. Pop the baby. Get a baby. Also, don't mess this up. Look, I messed it up. Pick the wrong baby. You got to be careful. In the selection, if you select the baby that just got popped, it won't trigger. So we're making mistakes, but it's okay. We're going to get a little Linkaribo, and this is why I love playing dinosaurs. Sometimes you just freestyle. Get the Sprite Elf. Get the baby back. Baby back. Evo Pill. Banish 2. Summon our big Rex. And that's a lot of damage. Opponent doesn't want to see it. They are done. They got turn 0 dinosaurs. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. Now, of course, we only have one turn 0 dinosaur, but if you have the Max C and you draw cards with your Max C, your odds are slightly higher of getting it. Opponent firing off the Ecclesia. We're going to Ash Blossom that. So, you know, very fun, I will say. The turn 0 Dinosaur. Not always the most optimal play, but it is exceptionally fun. We did force our opponents to go second, or sorry, we forced ourselves to go second in all these games so that we would increase the odds of getting that turn 0. So I am not playing optimally here. I am playing to maximize the combo, but you know what? Sometimes it's worth it. It's worth for the content. Opponent playing Sword Souls, and they see we got interaction because this boy is, he's a quick effect. You can do it at any time. You can do it in the end phase. Usually the right time to do it is in the end phase. You just summon him, send your Mist to the graveyard. Here we go. Get poppin', opponent firing off Maxi in the end phase. They're only going to get one card from this. They chose to end their turn, probably afraid of a Nibiru. So we're going to Transcendosaurus, send to the graveyard a Dinosaur, and we can send a Misk, but opponent doesn't want to wait around to find out. They are done. Sword Soul, just terrified of the turn 0 Dinosaur. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. If you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe. We'll have more quality content in the future. Now, just because you don't have turn 0 plays, it doesn't mean, you know, you're gonna lose. We got lots of interaction in this Dinosaur deck list. Like I said, I will have the full deck list at the end of the video if you want to try out turn 0 Dinosaurs. Not gonna lie though, this is an extremely expensive deck. It is so many URs. Dinosaur tax is real. We're gonna negate this Prime Mathmech Alum version to stop them from doing their Mathmech combos with the old impermanence. Opponent linking into Splash Mage. Got a Dinosaur Kaiju here. Dogran searchable with the Oviraptor. Opponent going into Deco Talker Heat Soul and setting a card. All right, now last time I played Dinosaurs, I was playing the Banish Opponent's Extra Deck Dinosaur version, which is quite fun, but turn 0 Dinosaur is also quite fun. We're gonna add the Meteorus to hand with the Ground Xeno, pop a Baby. Baby gonna activate. Opponent gonna fire off the Maxi. Always something we do not want to see. So when opponent activates Maxi on our turn, when we're going second, you know, sometimes you gotta go for it. Let them draw a bajillion cards. We're gonna push for lethal. Let's summon our Meteorus. They're gonna get their cards here. Nothing we can do. Oviraptor is here. Opponent negating the Oviraptor. That really hurts because we really wanted to search for Misk. Misk would protect us from Nibiru, so now we're going to have to make a negate another way. Let's summon our Dinosaur, make the Evil Sword Dolka negate, which is quick effect, negate monster activation, and we got 2 of these, not hard ones per turn, so 2 monster negates. Activate our Meteorus to pop in the hand. Opponent trying to Ash Blossom. We're going to negate. Now the only monster effect we're worried about now is Nibiru. We got 1 more monster negate to stop a Nibiru. Hopefully opponent doesn't have any more hand traps to stop us. Pop the Baby. Summon a Megalo Smasher from the deck. Baby's going to get ourselves the Misk. Now we don't have the Misk in the hand, but we do have it in the graveyard. Get the Chungus. Fusion Summon, using our Dinosaur in the hand and our normal monster to get the big old Transcendosaurus Gigantagowser. That Banish is going to trigger our big Chungus, and the Transcendosaurus is going to add a Dinosaur to our hand. That's going to let us get the Misk. Bit late to Misk here, but might as well. And opponent knows they are dead, and they are going to scoop it up. Lethal damage going second with the Dinosaurs into Maxi. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. We got some turn 0 Dinosaur plays and some turn 0 Nibiru plays. Love to see it. Opponent got that old Diabellstar. Discarded. Summoning the Diabellstar. So now here's the question. Can Dinosaurs, turn 0 Dinosaurs, beat the top tier Snake Eyes, tier 0 Snake Eyes, or turn 0 Dinosaurs? We'll just have to find out. Opponent doing the old classic Snake Eyes combo. Now if we're smart, we can use the Nibiru first, and then Transcendosaurus to follow up plays. This is a very spicy hand versus the old Snake Eyes. Opponent drawing a card by shuffling, getting this Divine Temple, setting a Snake Eyes Ash in the back row. So normally if you're playing Snake Eyes, you should set a Flamberge Dragon in the back row so that if opponent Nibirus you have follow-up plays. But opponent not feeling brave today. They don't think we have it. Activating the Ash. Summoning the Oak from the deck. Again, not the Flamberge Dragon. Possible that they bricked, but I'm pretty sure these effects all say you can summon from the hand. Special summon a Snake Eyes monster from your hand or deck. So yeah, there's no way to brick with this deck. We're going to fire off this Nibiru. Opponent got the Maxi. All right, we'll have to let this go. This is extremely sad because now it is not worth it to do the turn 0 play. Like, we had to play, summon 3 dinosaurs, also pop a card on the field, but we're just gonna have to settle for Nibiru. Also super awkward, Nibiru gives 2 cards into Max C. Max C just really a very silly card. Opponent summoning a Birch and getting a Snake Eyes Ash, but they got no interaction. This is gonna let them summon a Snake Eye card from the deck, but Flamber's Dragon doesn't really do anything unless there's something in the back row. So yeah, let's see if we can Dinosaur him out. Opponent Ashen. Sadly, the Transcendosaurus is not activatable during your turn, only during opponent's turn. So we did have to pass on a lot of value there. Maybe it would have been worth it just to, you know, summon Transcendosaurus and just get a ridiculous amount of value. Give opponent the cards in their end phase, probably doesn't matter, but you know, Max C, it's a very scary card. So we're gonna let it. We're gonna hold our Transcendosaurus till later. Opponent summoning the Flamber's Dragon. We're gonna call by the grave that Ash Blossom. So Ash Blossom not negating our Soul Eating Oviraptor. And now we get the Misk, and we can do the old Misk play. Activate Misk, protect our dinosaurs. Special summon from the deck the Archosaur. Archosaur pop the baby. Search for the pill. Activate the baby effect. Summon from the deck another baby. Pop the baby. Get the other baby back. And that's going to get us the Meteorus from the deck. We're going to go into Linkuriboh. We're going to activate our Meteorus. Lock ourselves into... Opponent, very rude. Lock ourselves into the monster types that it specifies: Dinosaur, Sea Serpent, and Worm. Pop the baby. Get another summon. Opponent will Ghost Ogring, but we're under the old... Yeah, the opponent, that does nothing. We got Misk, so that does nothing. Opponent realizes they're not going to stop us, and that is Snake Eyes scooping to turn 0 dinosaurs, and we didn't even get to do the turn 0 dinosaur play. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. We got a pretty solid dinosaur hand, although we don't really want to draw the Archosaur. Archosaur better in the deck. Opponent playing Adventure, a very powerful engine, which I'm a huge fan of, but can't really play Adventure in Dinosaurs because we got lots of normal summon effects. So no Dinosaur Adventures. Although Dinosaur Adventures might actually work pretty well with turn 0 if we, you know, took out some copies of Oviraptor. I know that makes almost no sense at all, but maybe you could put Adventure in this deck. Now that I think about it, we do a lot of popping in the hand, so maybe Adventure Dinosaur is viable. Yeah, we can get some. Dinosaurs already has some inbuilt negates though, and we kind of want a high density of dinosaurs, so Adventure Engine a bit clunky. So you let me know if you want to see Adventure Dinosaurs. Opponent going to the play from the previous year. We got the DPE Adventure, the old DP Adventure with Destiny Hero, and I think I saw a Phantom Knight here. So all right, let's see if we can interact with this. We got lots of ways to interact. So opponent has a negate, they have a pop. We're gonna try and bait the negate with Soul Eating Oviraptor, and then we can activate Misk if they try and negate. The good thing about Misk is it is a quick effect, so if opponent negates this, then we negate the negate with Misk. If they don't negate it, then we're going to search for a second Misk. We can activate second Misk in response to the first Misk, or we can get a Dogoran and just Dogoran the token. Opponent going to pop our dinosaur. Should have responded with the Misk here, but if we did that, opponent would have probably negated with the Griffin Rider, so we're going to let it go. Opponent, we're going to give you that Dogoran. The reason we summon over the token is in case opponent has a second Griffin Rider, they can't summon it and get their negate back. So Grand Xeno activate, search, pop the baby. Baby going to search, Xeno Meteorus going to summon, and we should be able to get lethal here as long as they don't mess up my plays. One awkward thing is we have the Archosaur in the hand, but we also already have the Evo Pill in the hand, which means we do need a way to get a non-dinosaur monster in our graveyard in order to activate our pill. And I accidentally activated Xeno Meteorus before I had summoned a non-dinosaur monster, which means we are no longer able to use the pill. Pill would have basically guaranteed lethal here, so a bit of a mistake. I did, yeah, I actually really messed that up quite a lot. Also wanted to send the Megalo Smasher to the graveyard before popping my Transcendosaurus so that he would come back from the graveyard So really just amazing level of high quality misplays. Let's fusion summon the Transcendosaurus Gigantagowser. We're going to get back the Transcendosaurus to the hand, activate Misk. Misk can banish a bunch of cards from our graveyard to summon a dinosaur, and we can get our Rex back, go into the Chungus, and deal some big damage. So hopefully opponent, hopefully opponent doesn't get through this. All right, we're gonna activate our baby, get a Pankratops. Now we have a pop. So we got pop, we got Supreme Sovereign who can trigger if a card gets banished. If the Transcendosaurus gets popped, we have the Megalo Smasher in the graveyard. That's gonna resummon the Transcendosaurus and let us pop 2 cards. So we got lots of ways to interact here. Hopefully it is enough. We also have 2 dinosaurs on the field, which means we can pop our Transcendosaurus and our Dino Wrestler to summon the Transcendosaurus from the hand, and that's going to trigger the Transcendosaurus on field to summon itself, pop a card on field. So opponent, what are you going to do here? Activating the Fateful, getting a Water Enchantress. And activating the Water Enchantress, that is going to trigger the big Chungus. So we really want to banish this DPE. I actually was thinking about it at the time. Banishing this Phantom Knight is probably a good idea, but I forgot about it because opponent added the right to the hand, and then they activate their DP in response. So DP in response was very confusing and scary, and I was worried that they were going to pop my poor old innocent dinosaurs here. If they pop our dinosaur, my Pankratops, then I won't be able to summon my Transcendosaurus, which isn't really the end of the world, but we're going to just respond. And at this point, it's been so long. It's been many seconds. I forgot completely about the Phantom Knight. Opponent gonna pop our Chungus, that does nothing. Protect the Chungus. And I was like, alright, DPE, you're gone. Get rid of the DPE. I forgot all about this boy. This is what I should have banished. Opponent playing Phantom Knights. That is the threat. Now we get back our Transcendosaurus. We can pop a monster on the field. There we go, get him back. We can pop a monster on the field and pop the Fateful, but Fateful's already kind of activated, so it's not really doing anything anymore. So we're just gonna let go. Opponent bouncing our Chungus to the hand. It's already done its job though. And if you know anything about Phantom Knights, you know that they actually have a very huge OTK. So let's show it off. If you haven't seen Phantom Knights OTK before, they basically summon a monster that gets ridiculously massive attack points. So if you have anything in attack mode, it is effectively lethal damage. So what we should have done is summon these boys in defense mode. But I forgot how Phantom Knights worked. It's been a long time since I played that deck. We're going to just summon our boys who are very thick in attack position. Opponent goes into Raider's Knight, and don't know what they're doing with a Denier here. We got no interaction left. Rank up into Arc Rebellion, and this card is ridiculous. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Detach material. It gains attack equal to the original attack of all other monsters on the field. So even with a moderately sized field, this thing gets up to the 10 or 20,000 attack points quite easily. Opponent just gonna make it extremely thick, and that is 1,500 attack points, easily lethal over almost every monster in the game, and we are dead. So made some mistakes, made some very serious mistakes, and got punished. But we're learning. Let's go on to the next game. There is a new pack coming out in OCG, which is going to have some potentially new water monsters. I'm kind of excited. It could be new Mermail monsters, new Atlantean monsters. They had a poll a couple years ago where they talked about archetypes that people wanted support for, and Mermails was on there. So if you want to see me talk about Mermails, I got some ideas for what sort of cards I think might sort of come if they do updates for the Mermail and Atlantean archetypes, which has kind of been power crept out of the game, especially modern Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you want to see that, let me know. I can do an episode where we talk about that. Opponent's playing Snake Eyes. We do not have any turn 0 plays. No Nibiru, no interaction. All we got is Dinosaurs. So we're going to let them do their little Snake Eyes play. And we know how Snake Eyes work. We've all seen it. They usually can summon an Appaloosa and get a bunch of negates. So we'll see if opponent can pull it off. Masquerina is here. Flambers are going to float all their little Snake Eyes. And they're going to go into the Bestower of Flames. Promethean Princess. Resummon. There he is. Flamber's Dragon. Flamber set the Masquerina in the back row. And that is... Oh, even getting the Jet Synchron. They can also make a negate if they do this play properly. With a jet synchron, I think opponent may have messed it up or something, but we'll see. Opponent got the swarm ship, they got the IP Masquerena. If they do this properly, I think it's possible to get a Borreload Savage Dragon, which is an additional negate. So opponent has no negates here. They do have the Appaloosa. Let's start by getting Fossil Dig. Opponent summoning the Appaloosa. The Fossil Dig is going to let us get a couple of different things. One of the things we can get is the old Misk. So we're going to fire off this Misk right now. Before opponent has a chance, we're going to activate this Misk in the graveyard. Opponent really should have made an Appaloosa. If they Apollo USA'd and negated our Misk effect in the graveyard, we would have nothing to do here, but opponent doesn't know that. They think this is bait. Oh, and they got the Max C. Alright, now we got to teach them a lesson. Opponent thought they were safe because they had Max C. They didn't even bother to make negates. Let's get the Archosaur. Archosaur popped a baby, and opponent made the biggest mistake of their life. Now that we've popped a baby, it's Jover. Soul leading Oviraptor is here. We get the Dogoran. Opponent, your IP Masquerena is now a dinosaur that does not do anything. So they will not be interacting with us, except by the Promethean Princess. Let's summon Linkuriboh. Opponent really doesn't want us to have Linkuriboh, so they're popping it right now. Bold, a bold play, opponent, very bold. Let's activate our Evil Pill. Get our Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and now we're going to get some negates going if we can. But at first we're going to flip their board face down. Pop that baby. Get the Misk. Summon the Baron, and there we go. Now we got our negate, we got our pop. Let's pop the back row. Opponent had, unfortunately, an Imperm, so we got no negates now. But that's okay. You know, sometimes you have negates, sometimes you don't have negates. Let's summon the Pentastag, and that is piercing battle damage. Unless opponent has a Nibiru right now, they're going to get pierced for a lethal damage with the old Ulti Conductor. That's why I always summon them below Monster Zone. Opponent, oh my goodness, this was the biggest mistake of my life. I should have attacked their face down monsters first and then attacked the Princess last. Because when we pop that Link, the Swarm Ship can pop our Ulti Conductor, who is no longer protected by Misk. Misk only protects you during the main phase, so that was a big mistake, but it's okay. Opponent did not punish. Opponent also got a very sneaky trick here, summoning the Jet Synchron in response to the attack, which is another huge misplay on their part, because now we can redirect our attack to the Linkuriboh, which is not an attack declaration. It is, so the Kuriboh is not going to trigger, so we just get to attack it without it activating. So yeah, opponent misplaying. We also misplaying, but it's all good. And again, opponent misplaying more because if they didn't activate that, we probably couldn't have got lethal. But because they summon a bunch of Snake Eyes, we get to attack all of them. And opponent realizes their mistake, and they are done. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. On to the next game. Now we are going to have Sink or Swims after this game. So make sure to stick around and vote in the poll. Opponent playing probably Labyrinth, but we'll find out. They got the budget field, so it could be anything. Let's start things off with a Ground Xeno, and nope, it is Floodgate City. Each opponent can only control one attribute of monsters. Very annoying. We got a variety of attributes here. We got light, we got earth, we got fire. We even got some water monsters in here because this is a water deck. That's right, Frostosaurus and the other one. So we're gonna have to try and get rid of that. Activate Ground Xeno, get our Meteors to the hand. Also, fire attribute monster. We're gonna get our summon from the deck, and opponent also activating summon limit. This is just toxic behavior. Stunned players are real and they can hurt you. Has never been more true. Pankratops is here. We're gonna pop that Gozen Match. Of the two of these, Gozen Match is the more annoying one, so we're gonna pop that first. Activate our Meteorus. Now we only have 2 summons, but at least we have the ability to summon all of our monsters on the field. Opponent is playing what looks like Eldritch with Aquero. We're going to let that stay on the field to stop him from searching. Opponent passing back to us with presumably more Floodgates. Let's activate Fusion Summon. Fusion Summon using the effect of the Xenometeors, get our Transcendosaurus to the hand, get back the Pankratops, but opponent negating the Transcendosaurus so we can't get back the Pankratops and pop their other Floodgate. Very rude. Yeah, extremely rude opponent. Negating the effect. Alright, well, all good. Let's attack the Aquero, get in for big damage. And hopefully we can just send opponent to Pound Town. This boy is bigger than the Eldritch, so hopefully things will be good. Opponent. It's their turn. Summoning the Eldritch from the deck. Eldritch, very fanciful, but is not bigger than our Gigantosaurus. Opponent. Passing. We got the Imperm, not going to do too much here. Let's banish 2. Summon the ulti. Opponent negating the summon of our ulti. So I think that negated summons don't count to summon limit, I'm pretty sure, although I forget. It doesn't say on the card. I'm pretty sure the paper version has reminder text. So we got one more summon here with the Giant Rex, and then potentially we have one more summon, but we'll find out. Opponent getting the Guardian of the Golden Land. We're going to get back our Giant Rex, and opponent negating the Giant Rex effect, and yeah, we have the two summons, so negated summons do not count. Let's get Baron, pop the Floodgate, but opponent got the Torrential Tribute, so we got to negate the Torrential first, and hopefully this last card does not stop our Baron from popping the Floodgate. Floodgate be gone. Okay, hold on, I got greedy. I popped the Guardian of the Golden Land. I really should have popped this Floodgate. I'm being silly. Pop the Eldritch, and no, I guess it's lethal damage. So yeah, alright. Play to win. Sometimes you gotta play to win, and the Floodgate didn't end up mattering at the end of the game. At the end of the day, we powered through it. Love to see it. Thanks for watching the Dinosaur games. Let's go to the deck list, and then we'll have some sink or swims. Alright, here is turn 0 Dinosaurs. Now, I actually briefly considered adding a second normal monster to the deck, because with all these Transcendosauruses, having extra normal monsters in the graveyard kind of useful, because you can keep shuffling them back to protect the Transcendosaurus, let it float. So let me know what you think. If you got a similar build, this was an extremely fun deck to play. Going second and summoning a bunch of dinosaurs and popping stuff on opponent's first turn, it's like tier limits. It's like almost like OG tier limits. All right, let's go through the deck. We got Megalo Smasher, Archosaur, triple baby. We got 2 of the Max C. You know me, I don't actually like triple Max C. I think it's gross. 2 Cloggy, 2 Bricky, and we want a high dinosaur count. Triple of the Petit Pteranodon. Now, sometimes you're going to be sad and just draw all babies and no way to pop the babies, but that's just dinosaur life. Double Ash Blossom. Ash, extremely bad in this format because of Snake Eyes being able to summon it from the graveyard and also not really caring about getting Ash that much. We have to play Ash to negate opponent's Max Cs, so that's just life, I guess. Alright, we got the Giant Rex, we got triple Misk, we got Soul Eating OV Raptor, we got 1 Xenometeorus, 1 Dino Wrestler Prankatops, we got the Dogoran, we got the Doodle Beast Tyranno to do our turn 0 play, we got 2 Ultis, 2 Nibiru's, triple of the Transcendosaurus, 2 Evo Pills, triple Fossil Dig, 1 Ground Xeno, 2 Call by the Graves, 2 Impermanence. Look at this main deck. Dinosaur main deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 dinosaur only URs. That is just so expensive. In the extra, we got Transcendosaurus, we got the Dragite, we got Baron, Chungus, who is now a budget card. Alright, everybody should have free Chungus. So Chungus is budget. Evosaur Logia, Evosaur Dolka. We got the Baguska, the Zeus, a Link Spider to link away tokens, or also our Megalo Smasher to make effect monsters. Sometimes is important. We got the Linkuriboh, Secure Gardener, Pentastag, Spray Elf, Nightmare Unicorn, and the Onward Goddess. Alright, that's the deck. Let's get on to Sink or Swim. Alright, on to Sink or Swim. Check out the video description if you want to vote, and also if you want to submit Sink or Swim. Also instructions in the video description. We'll have more at the end of the next video. Looks like our friend HN is playing some sharks with Dugaras. Very spicy. Dugaras draw 2, discard 2, but opponent Ash Blossoming. That is the big sad, but we also got Pot of Desires. Now this looks like a very pure version of sharks. What is Speedroid doing here? Speedroid part of the Speedroid engine. Looks like we're going to the Armored Fortress. Sharking it up with Abyss Shark, getting the Crystal Shark. We're going to detach a material to get the full armor XZ. Rank up into Crystal Zero Lancer. Rank up into the Dark Knight Lancer. And we're going to get back... Hold on a second. Once per turn, target an XZ card in your graveyard at your hand. XZ Remora is an XZ card. I didn't even know that that was a thing you could do. Alright, very spicy. Pot of Desires. Banish 10 to draw 2. That's a Pot of Greed. Fire off that Crystal Shark. And we are just going ham. Valiant Shark Lancer is here. That's a quick effect pop once we have another XZ. We're going to get that Beautiful. Go Mega Extension. Into the Lifeless Leaffish. Send to the graveyard Buzzsaw Shark. XZ Remora, detach materials from our XZs. Summon 2 more fish. This is just the fish nuts. What do you do if an opponent activates Maxi or Nibiru though? You're gonna be in trouble. Alright. We literally had so many XZs we ran out of rank 4s. Or we chose not to summon another rank 4, I guess. Not sure why we did that, but alright. Very strong board. We got Pop Pop and maybe a rank up. Oh, we got the full arm. I see. Full Armored XZ lets us XZ summon while we control an XZ monster. So we actually left this intentionally so that we could rank up and get this in the graveyard and trigger our Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer. Very cool. Opponent playing Manadium. Manadium is going to get popped. But opponent also playing Tearlaments. Oh no. Tearlaments are here. Ash Blossom negate the Tearlaments. But opponent. Heartbeating. Heartbeat. Going to target our Full Armored XZ. We're going to respond. XZ summon. Opponent Forbidden Droplet. Oh my goodness. Alright, well Droplet will negate all our... Well, they only have 1, 2, 3 cards on the field. So even if they activate the Droplet, they won't be able to negate our full board. And we're going to XZ summon something that they will not be able to target. Very spicy. Crazy dual opponent. Probably going to send the Tearlament to the graveyard. But I don't think they have another Tearlament to summon. So we'll see. Stealth Kraken's here. A negate. Havness. Stealth Kraken. Manadium. We got 2 negated boys here. And opponent going to battle main phase 2. Ooh, and they are passing. Alright. Looks like they are likely dead here unless they got some amazing tricks. And there it is. Sharks with the Ultra Extension. Very spicy game. Thank you, HN, for that. If you think this is the sink or swim winner, vote in the poll. Let's go on to game number 2. Alright, on to the second sink or swim. Make sure you vote in the poll if you think this is the winner of sink or swim. We got Silent Nettle and Supreme Seamare. Are we... Ooh, Ice Shades also. But are we playing Tearlaments with the Ice Shades? I guess we'll just have to find out. Snake Eyes going first. You saw it already a couple times in the game. Play with the Dinosaurs, so let's speed things up. See what sort of board Snake Eyes player is going to make today. Opponent again. Snake Eyes Divine Temple. Again, the Flamber's Dragon. Play around Nibiru. Summoning a Linkrubo. Activating Sendin. Get another Flamberge. Going into Borreload. And this is what I was saying, alright? This is what they're supposed to do. They get the Borreload with a negate from the Linkrubo. And then they do their continuing combos. Still a little weak to Nibiru, but again, they summon their Flamber's Dragon in the back row. So we got a professional Snake Eyes player here. He followed the full combo list. And there he goes into the Formula Synchron. This is someone who's played the tutorial, alright? They know the combo. Send again the Poplar. Again, an IP Masquerena. And they should be able to go into Spray Elf here. And potentially Promethean Princess. We shall see if the opponent does it properly. Opponent. Going into Promethean Princess. Activate, resummon the Flamber's Dragon. Set the IP Masquerena in the back row. And ending the turn, are we not going into... they could have done it, I'm pretty sure they could have done it. Made the Spray Elf with the Formula Synchron and then resummon the Formula Synchron. But opponent choosing not to do that, leaving the Promethean Princess on field. They would have had to waste their... yeah, they would have had to summon these two and made the Swarm Ship first. So I guess opponent didn't want to do it. Alright, all good, very strong board. They got Omni Negate, they got the IP Masquerena. If Promethean Princess goes to the GUI somehow, they'll have more plays. Also, they got Formula Synchron to Synchro Summon a Baron or a Big Chungus. And then Flamber's Dragon, yeah, is not really doing anything other than summoning the IP Masquerena, I guess. Alright. So what does Ice Shades do in this situation? Got the Manifestation. We got Supreme Seamare. We got the Tremora. See what our boy Vince is going to do. Starting off with the Ice Shade Tremora. Opponent Birchin. Birch send the Princess, alright. Very good. Are they going to get another... Ooh, they're just going straight for the Ash. Not activated though. There's the IP Masquerena coming. They're popping popping the Supreme Sea Mare. Still gonna activate. Opponent going. It's Formula Synchron, just firing off all their effects. Formula Synchron probably gonna make a negate. There it is. Baron. So now opponent has another negate. IP Masquerena probably gonna get summoned at some point. Kurkara in the hand in case we somehow manage to break their board. There's Promethean Princess back on field. And Supreme Sea Mare sent into the graveyard into Cosmic Lore. Alright, alright. We do have the manifestation, which is going to let us summon an Ice Jade from the deck. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. They do have an Omni Negate, though. We're going to fire off the second Sea Mare. Opponent negating the second Sea Mare, even though it's a hard once, and we already activated it. So not sure why that was necessary. We're going to fire off the Ice Jade Creature Kingfisher summon itself. It does let us bounce something. But opponent negating. Negate. They still have the Borreload negate, so we're going to summon the Sea Nettle. Opponent using their last negate on the Sea Nettle. That means the manifestation is here. We get manifesting. And opponents block their board so they can't summon the IP Masquerena when we summon a monster. That is kind of extremely funny. Opponent would have been able to make Appaloosa with a bajillion negates. So let's Ice Jade Adrian. Get our Ice Jade Xeno Anion Cradle. That's going to let us get our actually Cosmic Lore, and Cosmic Lore is going to stop them from being able to activate monster effects except the turn they were summoned. Yeah, opponent can only activate effects the turn they are summoned, so all these monsters no longer have effects right now. Activate, get Reducing, summon the Coral Anemone, summon our Ice Jade Adrian, link them off into the Zealantis. Oh my goodness. That is a ballsy play. Opponent does it in their deck too. Sometimes Snake Eyes plays this card, but we lock ourselves into water with Coral Anemone. We can only summon waters this turn. So when we activate our Zealantis, banish all these monsters, return it to the field. We're not allowed to special summon these cards, so they all stay banished. It is going to let opponents summon the Masquerena, but at this point, not going to matter too much. Banish everything. Summon the Zealantis. Opponent can trigger their field spell summon, but they know it would die, so they're going to pass. Opponent, do you have a follow-up play? Subversion, sending Zealantis to the back row, popping everything with the Feather Duster. Very rude. Alright, we got to draw something amazing here. Monster Reborn. Okay, we can Monster Reborn, get back our Coral Anemone, get back our Ice Jade Adrian. Opponent can summon Masquerena, but that's not going to do anything. They can summon Flamberge Dragon, and then use Flamberge to get my Masquerena, and that is going to do something. That's going to do a lot of somethings. Monster Reborn. We're going straight for the Adrian. Opponent not responding. Oh, I guess they can't respond until we summon something. So yeah, this is the right way to do this. Opponent summon a Flamberge. Flamberge going to summon IP Masquerena, probably almost immediately. In response, there you go. Again, IP Masquerena. They must not have been toggled on. They could have done it in response to the add to the hand. IP Masquerena is here. They can link off into link 3 and then get their little bajillion boys back when they send this to the graveyard. So we'll see. Opponent. Just making a Hida. Not really sure what that was about. Couldn't you made a Nightmare Unicorn? That would have been better. Maybe they don't have it in their extra deck. We'll have to take a look after. Flamberge summoning a bunch of things. Gonna add to the hand a Sinful Spools. But I'm pretty sure we can just go into a Synchro 10 here. There's the Adrian, or the Jameer Adrian. Target our Adrian. Opponent activating the effect of the Link Rebo in the graveyard to summon itself. We're going to respond to that, banish it. No Link Rebo for you. Kuribo gone forever. Kuribo gone forever. We get our Equip Boy back. Have 5,800 attack points. That's a lot of attack points, but not lethal damage. Get in for big damage. Big, not lethal damage. And end the turn. Alright. But now opponent can do a lot of wombo combo plays. They have 8 cards left in their extra. But they're just passing. So if opponent activates the Snake Eyes Ash, we can respond and banish it. Or if they activate the Flamberge Dragon, they can respond and banish it. Really surprised here opponent did absolutely nothing though. Pretty sure they should have activated this Ash. That would have been at least something. But opponent just passing with no actions. Alright, well, should be able to clear this pretty easy. Agerine Part 2 is here. The good Agerine, summoning the token. and opponent summoning their Flambers, but this is not a piece of interaction. Where's the Promethean Princess? Is Princess here? Princess is gone. We banished Princess earlier. Right, when we hit him with that World Sea Dragon. Promethean Princess is gone, so opponent probably doesn't know how to play when they can't follow their tutorial. So, yeah, let's get him. Supreme Sovereign Shaying is here. The Chungus is here. Banish our Silent Sea Nettle. Shuffle our boys back in the extra deck. Trigger the Chungus. Banish the Flamberge. Banish her from the graveyard. That's the second Flamberge gone. Hit him for lethal damage. Alright, you know what? I don't get the vote, but this was the winner of Sink or Swim in my heart. Love it. Pure Ice Jades crushing on Snake Eyes. That is a beautiful. Thank you for sending this replay, Vince. Love it. Make sure you send some more. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.